good friends from the University of Missouri Extension Office. Jill Scheidt is an agronomy specialist at the Barton County Extension Office, and she's with us to talk about herbicide carryover and mulches. Great to have you over on the show today. And I was actually reading through some of the notes that you brought for us, and this is an increasing problem.
Yeah, starting in 2011, we kind of started to see it, and it's just kind of generally increased ever since then. This year, some of our specialists said they'd had about 10 people call. I've had about 5 or 6 people call me about it. So,
now, what plants is this a problem for?
It's mainly tomatoes. Peppers and flowers are also kind of susceptible to herbicide carryover, but mainly tomatoes, they're just kind of a more susceptible plant to a lot of different problems.
And what are some common herbicide carryover on these plants?
Anything that has picloram in it as the active ingredient. So if you'll read the label, it will tell you the active ingredient. Something like Grazon, that's something used in pastures, or 2,4-D could also be another herbicide that would cause herbicide carryover.
So let's say I have a garden and this is a problem in my garden. How do I take care of it?
Well, if you have it in your garden, you're going to notice your plants, the leaves on it are going to start to curl and cup, and you may have some disfigured fruit like these, and if you find that and it's not in all the plants, then it may be herbicide carryover, and if it is, then you can get activated charcoal and you can put it on your garden, or you may have to remove the soil if it's really bad.
And how often does it get that bad? Is that just a very rare instance?
I mean, depending on where you get your mulch or your compost, if it has herbicide carryover in it, it could take years to get it out. So in that case, we don't know. It just depends on the weather of how quickly those herbicides can break down.
And we have some of these right here that were affected. Now, do you say that it's okay to eat, or stay away from it?
We kind of generally right now are saying to not eat it if the fruit's affected. So if your plant is cupped, if the leaves are cupped on it or distorted, then we're going to say, no. And if your fruit comes out distorted like these are celebrity tomatoes. They're supposed to be kind of round like this one, but this one's come out kind of flat, and then these have a point at the end, and that's not what celebrity tomatoes are supposed to look like. So if they're distorted, then we say no, but if your plant has come out of it and the leaves aren't cupped anymore and they look fine and the fruit looks fine, then it's probably okay to eat, but we haven't done any to see, so we're not for sure, so we just kind of tell people if it's distorted, no.
Okay, so there really is no way to test. You got to be on the lookout looking at some of the
Yes, yeah.
And for more information, how can people get in touch with you guys?
They can call the Barton County Extension Office. Our number is 417-682-3579, or they can email me.
Is this something that's a problem all year long, or is this something we just got to look out this summer?
It could be a problem in any years, really. If a farmer or someone you're buying compost from has sprayed their field with a herbicide, then you just got to ask them what's on it, what they've sprayed on it, and if it happened to be like, we're seeing a lot more now because we had a really dry summer,
right,
and then we had a really cold winter, and so those two things don't allow chemicals to break down, and so that's why we're seeing more of a problem.
Interesting. And of course, we had your information up on the screen if people would like to get in touch with you.
Thank
you so much for joining us.